You.
My name is Rizvi. I'm a freelance journalist. We heard a lot about the politicians and the people who are associated with certain ideological rigidities or whatever. But I would like to ask, what is what kind of support you have from the Israeli people towards this two, two, two-state solution, and why that thing is not coming out? Is there any interaction between between Palestinian and people of Israel?
By definition, I do believe people is supporting peace. Any people is supporting peace. Are they ready to pay the price of peace? This is the question. I think that the vast majority of Israelis are supporting two-state solution, but the degree of support is fluctuating according to the government. If the government is supporting the idea, like in Rabin, late Rabin government, the percentage of supporters in the Israeli public will be more than 70. Now, with the government, with its prime minister saying he is supporting two-state solution, but the street knows that he is not sincere and the government is rightist, I think it is 50-50, but it depends also in condition that the Israelis are willing to put on this independent Palestinian state to be constructed. If the government of Israel will decide, if this government of Israel will decide to have independent Palestinian state, putting an end to occupation, more than 50% of the Israelis will support this decision.
And in case they don't?
Now they don't, and the atmosphere is not supportive. Is not supportive at all. I said in the very beginning that there is almost no left wing in Israel these days. It was broken. Meretz party, for example, now there are 3 seats only. My faction is 4 seats. Meretz is 3 seats. The Labour Party, that was supposed to be the only real opposition to this government, are there in the most radical rightist government as the third party of coalition implementing the policy of Benjamin Netanyahu.
The gentleman here in a yellow shirt. This is please
Last question. Okay.
Okay, my name is Mohammed from Gaza, and I'm here since last month. I'm working as a human rights activist in Gaza. My question is up to you to answer or not. You know, since I'm Gaza, I'll talk about the Hamas governments, and you know, as a human rights defender or activist, I see what's happening in Gaza last election. That maybe Gaza government, let me call it, was the most democratic and fair election in Arab wars. And I'm just wondering about the Knesset vision toward Gaza government. I know Israel considered a democratic country, and at the same time they deal with double standards that we have in Gaza democracy, regardless of they consider Hamas as Islamic bloc, or I don't know how to say that, but at the same time they are democratic, they have ideology, but nobody respects that. So what's the vision of the Knesset as your member of the Knesset?
Okay. I respect any result of any democratic election, but I cannot accept any anti-democratic actions to be taken at any place. I think that the Palestinian situation these days is a grave situation, the internal Palestinian situation. The internal dispute and the internal rift should be dealt with, and unity should be the way. How to do so and who should rule in the future, election, I agree with you, is the only way. That's why I do call for elections in Palestine, both in the West Bank and in Gaza, simultaneously. And if Hamas will win, Hamas should rule. If Fatah should win, Fatah should rule. But democracy is not only winning in elections. The atmosphere of democracy and freedom and liberty is very integral part of democratic values. Elections, there are everywhere. Accepting pluralism as the way of ruling people and governing is very important if you are talking about democracy. To you have the majority by elections, it is important. Usually, even inside Israel, I am saying, democracy is not the right of the majority to rule, but it is mainly the right of the minority to be different but equal. Everywhere, every place, including Gaza and Palestine. Thank you very much for your